So you guys are gonna head back to the surface?
Yep, we're at least bringing back this guy,
Oh, you know what? I
um,
can't use blood money to do that because I
Jaren
have
or
to cast
whatever.
the spell. But I'll still put forth the money to get these people at least the option of reincarnated.
I can put forth what money I have, but I don't have a whole lot. Oh no, never mind. I have 3,000 gold worth of platinum. I can put forth 1,000 gold.
I think I actually used most of my gold. Yeah,
I still have 280 platinum, so that's like 2,800.
I have a few thousand gold, but like that's it really. 'Cause I bought a lot of stuff, especially wands. I bought quite a lot of wands, and some of them were fairly expensive. Like the lesser restoration wand was pretty expensive.
It'll be worth it. It'll be totally worth it, though.
Oh, I think it will be. I don't think I'll ever be upset that I have that freaking wand. I think I'll. We haven't got any use out of it since I bought it, but I'm pretty sure it'll happen. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll go back with Jaren or whatever his name was.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna put
And
forward
I
half
would
the
like
amount,
to try
2,000.
to find bits and pieces of the other people in the Nethound uh, pit.
Okay. Other
Just over there
than
like,
the
what are they
four
doing?
guards?
Spending
Yeah,
all
yeah,
this
the
time
four guards. I'm looking for
dealing
bits
with
and
the
pieces of
NPCs.
each of the four guards to make sure that I get at least a piece of each of them.
Okay, well,
Let's
in
try
all
to.
honesty, you don't know if you did, but you go over here and pick up some, you go over there, pick up some, you kind of just pick up some all across the room just in case. It's probably
Probably
gross.
mostly bones.
It might be like an earlobe or like a fingernail or shit like that.
Well,
Yeah,
if I
pretty
manage to
gruesome.
somehow find, like, 8 earlobes, then I'll have found a bit and piece of each of them.
Well, I'm not gonna give you 8 fucking earlobes. So. You get a fingernail and you get some earlobes and you get some
You
chunks of
just need to
flesh.
find four. But if they're all left earlobes, then you're set.
There we go.
Alright. I don't know how satisfied you are with collecting all of that, but you've collected a fair amount.
That'll look great coming out of the pit.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be carrying the mangled body of Jaren or whatever.
Jaren, yeah.
At least it's whole.
Yeah.
If we manage to get out of there, I will also... is there an action for this now? I'll, Oh, never mind. Nizzo healed himself.
Yeah, I still have 20 damage on me, but I don't know. I figure we'll probably at least have one night of rest, which will heal most of the rest of that.
Let's see. I won't use heal on you then. But I think I have some cure light wounds. I have a
Just gonna
cure
hard
moderate
cast
wounds.
it.
Maybe I'll use that on myself. How do I target myself on the combat tracker?
same way you target others. You have
It's not.
Leopold.
Leopold is targeting people.
Oh, okay. I got it. Let's cast and there we go.
Alright. And I'll probably help Abysm out with the priest or whatever about sanctifying that place. Because yeah. Neither of those endeavors of like between reincarnating the guards and sanctifying, neither one of them are things he's particularly useful at, but I think I can be a little bit more helpful with that at least. If you need me to stand somewhere, hold some holy water or something, I don't know. Nizzo tries to help at least, even though he doesn't really know much about these sort of things. He's just gonna kind of do whatever like Abysm or the priest says to do.
Well, if nothing else, this will also give you a second opportunity to take a closer look as we go through sanctifying it. If there's anything that we might have missed the first time through.
Right. That, and also, I want to make sure you guys don't stumble into a trap that we missed or something.
Okay. So you guys find Father Xanthus and tell him about down below and that you need assistance purifying it. And so he will gather some of his clergy together to join you, and he himself will join you as well. Armed with vials of holy water, holy symbols, and prayers of Desna.
Incense. I will add prayers to Serenray. This is a multi-faith endeavor.
So I think the church here is like a multi-denominational church or something like that,
Yes.
with like 9
Yeah.
shrines.
Yeah, they favor Desna the most, but yes.
Yeah.
I got the impression they were actually kind of proud that their church was multi-denominational.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they are. They very much so are. It's just Father Xanthus
probably-
is a priest of Desna,
Right.
and he's the leader of the church, so he tends to favor it. And they celebrate the Swallowtail Festival, which is for Desna. They don't really have any other festivals in Sandpoint, so it's kind of clear they have a favorite, but
Anyway, I don't know if you need like I guess here's a perception, like looking for, not a very good roll, but
Sure.
looking for other danger while we're down there. I think we cleared
Yeah.
everything out, but just in case we didn't.
absolutely. Yeah, while you guys are down there, you don't find anything more. Everything is statically as you left it. No new motion. The Scribbler's body is still where you left it, along with the demon. The clergy probably are like taken aback when they see the size of that demon. I don't think
If you had
many of them have seen that before.
animate dead Henrik, you could use it to make a skeleton out of the demon with blood money.
He guffaws at this and turns the other way for a moment. He says, "No, that would be a terrible thing to do. We don't need more undead abominations running around."
But it
Let
would
alone
be
a
your
demon
undead
version.
abomination.
I would want to do something good with such a power, not something evil. bringing
can
these
do
men
good
who
things
gave
with
their
an
life for
undead
Sandpoint would be something good.
abomination, like kill other undead abominations.
As much as I would just like to let them fight, it's not happening.
Okay, okay.
But Henrik is like thinking, like out of character, he is thinking about some way he could use like arcane magic to like sort of skirt uh yeah, like life and death, I guess. Because there is a spell called Simulacrum, but it's not necromancy. It's illusion.
Right, it's not true life.
He just has to find a way to make the illusion so real that yeah.
What? Well, that wouldn't really be bringing him back to life, although I guess it might be good enough for everyone else that's left behind, but it wouldn't actually help the person who died.
Well, it would
Right.
be kind of like using the like the rules like in the book of like creating your own spell. He would want to create
Uh-huh.
like a
What's it?
non-necromantic spell to bring somebody's soul back.
Ah,
An
I don't know
illusion
if you could
so
do
real
that.
that the soul is tricked into thinking that it still has a mortal body that it can then inhabit.
Hmm. That level of deceit sounds suspiciously close to the domains of Asmodeus.
Okie dokie. You guys cleanse the shrine as to the best of your abilities and knowledge.
Yay!
The place is all scented up now.
I'll see about getting, perhaps hiring some laborers to start dismantling the blasphemous statues.
In your guys' imaginations, Lamashtu's going, no!
Yeah, pine scented.
I don't know. I think
I
on the
tend to
grand
think,
scale of things, Lamashtu's not like terribly irked
Oh
at
yeah. Truth be told, Lamashtu don't give a shit, but I was just saying, in your imaginations, you're hoping that this is putting a thorn in her side.
that we bug.
so I think the lighthouse is what the flume is, by the way. The old light.
Yeah.
It was built on the foundation of the. I'm still confused. This just seems to be a random event down here. It doesn't feel like it has any real connection to our goal. Although the scribbler knew about the Rune Lord, he didn't seem to be actually connected to the Rune Lord in any way.
He seems like he was a powerful ally of some of the Runelords. Two of them, playing both sides as an ally.
That's
Did it
true.
not?
That is correct.
Yes. But he doesn't currently have. It didn't sound like he currently had any connection to the Rune Lord. Like, he was asking all the questions about the Rune Lord.
What
He
did he
hadn't
have
actually
on him
met him
again?
yet.
Like, I mean, we got this quill from him. That was like probably one of the big things we got from him. But what else did he have on him? Like, did he have?
Get a falchion and like some other personal like equipment.
It was just like
I
random
say
equipment
this.
though.
I mean, this could be like a fortunate coincidence, as loath as I am to admit, like that coincidences can happen. Uh, someone spoke to us, and I have a
That's what he
feeling
had.
that,
Okay. Yeah, weird.
and I have a feeling that one of these Runelords, particularly Karzog, might not be dead. And if that's the case, then these flumes and stuff are probably like they're doing something. So maybe something's going on that we can't see, and that sort of like triggered this event here for him to like, you know, get around or whatever.
You guys spent enough time in that library.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to read this because you guys keep talking about the flumes.
I mean, the only leads we had were the flumes and such the betrayer or whatever.
The Rune
Whatever that
Forge.
was.
You were trying to get to the Rune Forge initially. But then you guys keep saying the flumes.
Well, the flumes were supposed to have the key to get to the rune forge, is what the note said. Or to lead us to a guy that knew about the rune. The key to some guy was in the foundations of the rune forge.
Oh god, the map of Jorgenfist.
You guys can
The icons
roll
on here if you're
Knowledge
funny.
Arcana or History for studying in that library in regards to the Rune Forge.
What was that freaking map that we had that had the note on it? I'm trying to remember.
Which note did you want?
It was the one that we found in Mockmurian's study or whatever, I think. I don't know. It had like a note about the flumes and such the betrayer having a note or having a key or something. That one, yeah.
Foundation stones from
Zalicia.
each.
You
Mm-hmm.
you guys are smart enough and high enough level at this point in time to recognize that you found the betrayer that this note is talking, or the traitor that, or no,
Oh,
yeah, the traitor Exaliasa.
Alias.
Aliasa, yeah,
That
He's
was
the
this
scribbler.
that was the scribbler.
This guy?
Yeah, you think you found him.
Oddly enough, I would never have made that connect.
So, did he have a key to the Rune Forge?
Well, he had
Did we
directions to
find
the
a rune
keys.
forge?
You guys found, remember, the other note.
I mean, we
Well,
had
that-
the one that was scribbled on there, I guess. Which had some-
Yeah, that.
Well, this we know where to find the 7 keys, or at least we have clues to them. Each stone the grace of 7 lords, and the other thing is talking about stone.
At the end of the day when dusk is nearer. So eastern shore of the steaming mirror. We actually figured out what the steaming mirror was, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a
It's a lake.
geographical location.
So on the eastern end of that lake, we should be able to find 7 silent faces.
Any other knowledge,
Guarding the
arcanas,
gates.
or histories?
Sure.
And then we have to figure out the proper spells and prayers to get each of the keys from them.
Yep, and these like X's on this map mark some of the Hellstorm flumes, where it says the foundation stones from each. And
Yeah, but
those
3 of them
foundation
are all
stones are the
sunken.
keys.
Okay,
Go retrieve.
So, Henrik, now that all of this knowledge is just kind of piling down, a number of you guys are going to know this as well, but Henrik's going to know a little bit more than the rest of you. So the Rune Forge was created as a place where agents of the 7 Runelords would gather to study magic. The Runelords wove wards around Runeforge that barred entrance into the complex to any Runelord or his direct agents, in order to keep the research within free from sabotage at the hands of an enemy. And Runeforge's magical enhancements sustained those within without the need to eat, drink, or even sleep. Now, the things that Henrik knows also because of his studying capabilities is that the spires of Jin Shalast stand upon the mythical mountain of Mar Massif, the mountain of legendary proportions, pierces the skies above the Kodars, and is said to be the highest peak in the entire range of the stupendously inhospitable mountains. And you also remember that the final project the Runelords set Runeforge on was the development of ways the Runelords could escape the imminent fall of their empire. Each faction developed a unique answer for its Runelord, based upon the underlying principles of the faction's magical traditions.
Sweet.
So now you guys gotta figure out what you want to do.
Gotta go to these Hellstorm flumes and get the foundation stones. Because they're the keys, and then we can take them to the lake.
Did we find a foundation stone down here?
Nope.
No, I think we're gonna find it in the flume, which is the lighthouse apparently.
Oh.
Well, a
At least that's what I
foundation
think.
stone. A foundation stone is simply a stone from its foundation.
I don't know why you guys think the lighthouse is it. I never ever said that.
Well, because of I'm just assuming that it is because it's an old. Like that was at least maybe I guess Nizzo's theory there because at the old like the flumes were giant towers that shot like they were giant weaponized tower things, right? And that's like the lighthouse was built on the foundation of an ancient tower from like Thassalon. So like what else? And it matches up with the map.
I thought we had something pointing us there.
Yeah, it was the map. That's one of the X's. The other ones are out in the ocean, but
Sandpoint, right?
yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like not quite in Sandpoint, but near Sandpoint.
That X on the map is not like the one next to Sandpoint. That's for Sandpoint as the city. It's not specific to a very specific northern location. He is Xing the traitor, the circle and the X. So I just don't want you guys to get misled for any reason of things that I didn't say. If you guys want to go and check it out, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
You know what? Since we don't seem to
Uh,
know where the fuck this key is, why don't we fucking use the pen?
What? A voice of reason? Ouch!
You
We
guys
could
can
indeed
give
use
me
the
your
pen.
gold. I will take this body and the other pieces to Magnamar, maybe with Henrik, and I will go there, resurrect them, or go there, get the stuff that I need, come back and resurrect them. tomorrow.
There you go.
Alright. We've got some time to do stuff.
That is true.
I'll I'll give Amara 200 platinum pieces to serve as collateral for the for 2,000 worth of oil.
Okay.
Take that 200 platinum. It's
Okay.
not in a parcel. It's just
I added 200 platinum.
okay. Good. All right then.
So I need time to rest before. Where is my tree? My tree walk thing. Is that level 6? Transport via planes. Yes, it's level 6. I can go there and back by myself.
Well, what time of day is it right now?
You guys went down here fairly early in the morning, and then you came back out, did stuff. This is probably like later in the evening by this point. Because you did spend a lot of time cleansing the
Okay.
shrine.
So we'll probably be resting soon anyway. I guess I'm gonna spend
Yeah.
that time learning some scrolls that I have. I'm gonna do the big one. I'm gonna get this limited wish. It's a 7th level spell, so I'm gonna need the rest of the night for this. And I tell the others, if you need me, I'll be at my bookstore. Or at my uncle's bookstore. Unless did we want to go to Magnamar for like shopping and stuff?
No, I guess now that I look at this, note more, I guess the flumes don't matter anymore because if we actually found Zalicia, because
What we need is
That's what
key, and
that's what he needed the foundation stones for. That was to find where Zalicia was, and then find out where he hid his key or whatever.
so we don't have his key though,
That is
which
correct.
is what we're going to be using the quill to.
The note
Okay.
kind of
Oh, okay.
helps you with that, but I don't know. The quill's also an excellent option.
The note
Where's
just
the note?
says
What's that one again?
perhaps where he hid his key to the Runeforge.
That 5-1. There's something about keys in here and stones. Each
4-2.
stone of each of the 7 lords, one part key of key each ruler hoards. If offered spells and proper prayer, take 7 keys and climb the stair.
But Zalicia has one of the keys, according to note 4-2.
No. That's what Machmirian knew that he needed to find this traitor in order to get a key. That doesn't necessarily mean that the guy
Right.
has the key. You just know that that's what Machmirian was led to
Yeah,
believe.
to find where he hid the key.
Where he hid his key to the Runeforge. So it sounds like, to me, it sounds like Zalicia had a key to the Runeforge hidden somewhere.
Aliasa.
Or yeah.
Well, or at least one of the keys.
Or yeah, one of the keys. That's right.
I was under the impression more that like he would know like that. Okay, so this is how this plays out. Mokmurian wants to find the key. He's like, oh, this Zaliasa guy knows where the key is. So you go find Zaliasa. Zaliasa gives you this stupid fucking riddle, and that's where the key is.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like that's
No.
all that Zaliasa had was this stupid riddle. Like I'm pretty sure.
And a quill!
And a quill!
Of
And a
asking
quill.
things, where to find things.
Yeah, so we need
Well-
to find the stone.
Okay.
which are the part
So
of
we already
the
found
key.
what-
the quill will just
Could you-
scroll out this riddle again, but perhaps it won't.
Could you imagine how mad
This is,
Lockmirian would be when he like got this note and he's like, "Fuck!"
All I just got was a stupid fucking riddle. No, that's all we got. We got this stupid riddle. Like that was
Okay.
it. That was the quest goal.
That
or
was
the
it.
reward was the riddle.
Pretty much. Well, and the
Yay!
quill,
It
but
feels so rewarded.
you have an
I
artifact.
think it was structured and worded in a questionable way.
I think part of it too is that it's stretched out over multiple weeks, so it's kind of hard to keep it straight.
That is kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we got note 4-2 like a month ago, like out of game.
something
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna use that quill?
Well, it
at
sounds
the
like
next
that's
stage, or
actually what
rest
it is. But it's still, from the evidence, just what I see here, it still sounds like Zalisha has one of the keys. But
Well, Henrik's the one with the quill, and
Oh.
he's learning a scroll.
Why does Henrik? I thought you were gonna use. Okay, well, let me know when to rest you. Let me know when
I'm
you're gonna
not
use the
using-
quill.
If someone wants to use the quill, then I will hand them the quill.
That's just the other thing I wonder. It has like a cooldown, right? Is that cooldown
Yeah,
on
a
the
day.
item itself, or is that per person?
It's gonna be on the item
It's
itself.
on the item itself.
Okay. I say that'd be pretty convenient if we all could just
I know,
have
right?
our own questions or whatever.
It's 10 questions though, so it's pretty.
Well, that one's for the once a week.
That's the contact other plane.
If you want to contact the other plane.
Divination's once per day.
I would contact the other plane, but it's your guys' choice.
That seems dangerous.
Well, I live on the edge. You saw what
Well,
Charlotte
contact
did,
other
right?
plane is also a little. It's a little different, right?
It'll vary, yes.
Like you can contact another plane and then they can just lie to you. Like whoever you contact in the other plane.
It's true.
I mean, it also depends on who you're contacting, right?
That is true.
Yes,
questions
and this
are-
thing
answers are
contacts a
different, too.
specific entity, though.
Oh, it does?
The
Yes.
peacock.
Yeah, it contacts the peacock spirit, pretty much. Like,
Oh, okay.
Which has no
or
alignment,
whatever,
so
or
who
whatever
knows?
force. It's not necessarily the peacock spirit, I guess. It's whatever, like, being or entity is behind the knowledge that you get from the quill, pretty much. Like, it
Mhm.
does contact a specific entity.
Okay.
So who knows? That could be some entity you don't actually want to contact.
But keep in mind that the answers to contact other
Like
plane
that
are
cloud
things
side.
like yes, no, maybe, never, or irrelevant. They're very like you have to be very careful with those kinds of questions. Divination, you can ask something a little bit more general and it gives you a cryptic response. So I think what we need to do here is do like at least one, maybe even a couple of divinations, and then with that information, contact other plane to narrow down the result. Because you can only use contact other plane once per week.
Okay. Then perhaps somebody should use divination to scroll something like, where are the keys?
This is a heavy
Or
feather.
It is. It's a peacock
I
feather.
just looked at it, it's like 3 pounds. Wow.
well, it even says in the
That's even pretty
description that
heavy
it's
for a
unusually
peacock
heavy.
feather. It's probably because it's a deity peacock.
Yeah.
It's probably like as tall as Henry.
Oh man, how do you write with that? Okay.
It's an artifact.
It writes itself. Okay.
He just grabs it on either, like, it's like, I don't know. It's as tall as him, and he just grabs it and with both hands and puts it over the parchment, and it just writes. It's like, ah!
Alright, so what do you guys do? When do you do it? How do you do it?
Well, Nizzo is going to go look for the foundation of the flume because he's still convinced that this is the correct course of action. So
I guess I will
I'm looking
try
for
divination.
I'm looking for the flumes foundation right now. That's
Okay.
what Nizzo's doing. He's just hanging out over by the lighthouse. Maybe I've run into what's his name, the crazy guy who actually knew it all along. I forget his name.
Okay,
There's like
Nizzle.
a crazy old guy. There's a crazy old guy that lives in Sandpoint who's like, oh, I think the old lighthouse was a weapon or something.
Oh.
I remember. And apparently he's right.
After like an hour of Nizzo pacing along, he comes walking up to you because he's like, "Oh, somebody's interested in what
Yeah.
I'm interested in," and then he starts telling you the tales.
Yeah, I tell him he's right. That's exactly what this thing was. It used to be a weapon.
Oh, he might actually get like nosy into like how you know all that.
Yeah, I'd probably tell him we found an ancient Thessalonian library and yeah, that's what it said it was.
I wonder how's that insert? Is it gonna maybe be at the lighthouse itself? What is everybody else doing?
I'm using the rest of that day to learn a scroll, and it's a 7th level one, so it's going to take me 7 hours to do that.
Okay, so you guys are gonna pretty much go to bed and stuff, and
After I use the quill to divination.
Yeah, after I probably don't find anything at the freaking lighthouse, I'm guessing, right?
that is correct. You don't find anything.
Okay, then after that I'll be all defeated and go find somewhere to sleep. Probably at like whatever Amiko's Inn or whatever that is called.
The Rusty Dragon. There's also the White Deer. The White Deer's like, I think over here. It's got those two white deer statues in the front.
Hmm. Maybe I'd ask for a recommendation on which one to go to from Henrik.
Amika's would be more of the adventurers, and the White Deer would be more of the like where the noble people from Magnumhar would stay.
So Mara's using the quill today, while
Yep.
Henrik's doing his spell scribing thing.
You're doing the first part, which is going to be
Yeah, the once per
Divination.
day divination. Where you ask it a question and it gives you a cryptic answer.
A cryptic answer, and I'll be back. I'm going to go get myself a bowl of cereal.
Okay.
So you're gonna miss the cryptic answer unless she types it out, I guess. Which I suppose would be appropriate because that's how it communicates is by writing, right?
Yep.
I'm just no good with this cryptic shit. It's already cryptic to begin with.
I wonder if there's like a thing, like a generator or something you can put like text into and have it make it more cryptic. I don't know.
Then
I
it
don't know
would
how
just turn
you
into
go
nonsense.
about doing that.
Oh god,
It's
is there?
called,
Let me find this.
It's
tool.
called you translate it between different languages and see what
Oh,
comes out
okay.
after you do it like 5 or 6 times on Google Translate. I think a translation party I think is a good one. I will put in the description for a spell. Let's use heal. I will put in the description for heal into translation party and see what it comes out with. Oh, apparently it works. It's the same thing.
Huh?
Okay, let's try a different spell. Let's try animate plants.
All right.
Let me think about this. They didn't arm me with riddles. No. They armed me with his riddles, though. That's the best I got.
Okay.
So we gotta find ourselves some statues, some keys, and wherever the fuck the Sahedron circles are. Wait, did we have a statue for Runelord Karzog?
I apparently broke this translation party thing.
Wait a minute.
I got
We know where one statue is. We know where Elasnus' statue is.
Where's Elazinus' statue?
It's in the whatchamacallit, under Sandpoint.
Well, we found one of them. Did we take a weapon off of that statue?
We did.
Eh. I suspect that this is actually referring to the 7 stone faces that we will find at the end of the lake. On the eastern shores of the steaming mirror, at the end of blah 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 blah, 7 faces silently to watch, silently wait, encircled guards at Runeforge Gate. Each stone, the grace of 7 lords. And each of the stone have a part of the key.
I mean that also makes sense.
I wonder what the fuck we did with that, what was it, a glaive or a
You sold it.
guisarm?
Lasnus
Sold
used
it.
as a rancier.
It was sold to the general store.
Maybe it's still at the general store. But it did
I
have
mean,
the
what Bism
Sahedron circle.
suggests seems much more straightforward.
too straightforward.
Well, I wouldn't know about that thing anyway because this character wasn't there. That was Rivka.
It's true.
Who's still out there somewhere as a gnome.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if your reincarnate brings all the guards back as gnomes as well. Like, we'd just be like, yep, apparently reincarnate just creates people as gnomes.
Oh shoot, should we
'Cause it
roll
also
for
did
all
that
them?
with, I mean, once we get around to casting reincarnate, I
Oh, yeah,
suppose.
I
But
guess we
yeah,
haven't
when we did the one Black Arrow guy, he came back as a gnome as well.
It's true.
This is like reincarnate. We're just gonna rewrite the spell. It just brings people back as gnomes.
But he's now like King Gnome of the swamp marsh.
Of the swamp, yeah, with his queen, the
Oh,
ghost
she's gone.
sylph or whatever.
She's gone.
The ghost nymph, I guess, is no longer there.
Yeah. He vowed to take over her duties. She gave her remaining life for his life. So is that it? That was the only thing that you can do with the quill for today, so I guess I'm gonna rest you guys.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. I stay at whichever inn Henrik recommends.
I'll sleep outside in my tent. Or somewhere. I'll sleep outside, cuddled with Diana and Leopold.
Okay. You guys will probably get a visit from some familiar faces at some time in the evening.
Do my leopard friends or jaguar friends or whatever they were come and visit me?
They do.
Hooray! I
Bunch
will
of
hug them and
kitties.
pet them and feed them.
Truly a cat lady, but sometimes a plant cat lady.
I'm a crazy cat lady who sometimes turns herself into a cat and sometimes turns herself into a plant and can now transform her cat into a dragon.
Oh snap, Diana's gonna start dragging stuff. Oh boy.
Makes sense, I guess.
I could have done that to you guys like this whole time. If you want to be a dragon, just let me know. I can make you into a dragon whenever you want.
Alright, so it's the next day, you rise and shine. Henrik never did recommend somewhere for Nizzo to sleep, so he just stands sleeping.
I just end up probably just defaulting to the Amiko's place, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yep.
Okay, you've been rested.
I need... There were 4 guards.
And
Yep.
the leader.
Oh, so
Wait,
there were 5
the leader?
guards.
Or was there 4 total?
No, there's 4 guards plus that leader guy. Separate.
Oh, so there were 5 guards then. Crap, I thought there was only 4. I guess that's
Well,
a
they're
little
all
more
getting
expensive then.
resurrected at some point.
Does anybody else want to contribute to the resurrection funds?
I don't really have much to contribute. I'm pretty broke.
I mean, I'll put forth an extra 1,000 gold.
I mean, you don't have to. I was just asking.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Okie dokie.
These are my people.
So, who wants to roll the percentage?
Well, it's
I
Mantis.
will.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be me. But I first need to go to Magnamar to buy some oils.
How much are you spending on this endeavor?
5,000
I
total.
am spending 5,000 gold pieces. And I am spending 2,000 from mine and 3,000 from Henry.
And which spell are you using? Resurrection or
Reincarnate.
reincarnate?
But I'm going to Magnamar to buy me some oils.
Okay. Is it just me, or is there a new table? There's an official table and there's a new table on SRD. Ah, it's a new table.
SRD's being weird.
Yeah, but like, I don't mind this. However, I can't allow this new table because it has Android on it.
You could always just force a reroll off without it gets landed on, I guess.
That's true. Some of these other races I'm not sure. What is a Kasatha? Desert
So I'm
Raj?
going to assume that I find these oils.
They're from Numeria.
Oh,
Well, they're primarily found in Numeria because they're an alien race.
gotcha. Yeah, I know what most of these things. Oh, you can become a troglodyte on this chart. That's sad.
I buy my oils, I come back, and I start reincarnating people.
Oh, there's a
This
third
will be
chart.
for the captain of the guard.
Kind of like the third chart better.
Chart for captain of the guard.
Are we gonna use the official, or we can use the unofficial?
You choose, you're the GM.
We'll just use the official because that's what we did for Rivka. He becomes a dwarf.
Okay. Does he come back to life?
Yes, he does.
And who is this?
Hooray!
The first guy, I think,
The leader.
Jervin
Jaren.
or whatever his name is.
Jaren.
Jervin.
Jaren, the dwarf.
Gerbil.
We welcome him back to the realm of the living.
He says thank you as he like examines himself, a little
We
perplexed.
put some more hair on your chest and your chin.
I guess he gains a con boost because he was just human.
Yeah.
But he loses whatever his human bonus was.
Hmm.
he loses some levels.
Unless it was a mental one, he gets to keep that.
That's actually a good point. Because they gain 2 negative levels, right?
Yeah.
So if they didn't have at least 2 or 3
Then they
levels
take 2
to
points
begin
of
with,
con damage.
No, con drain.
Con drain, yeah, con drain.
Yeah, they come back a little weaker.
Mhm.
Less constitution.
If they're like level 1 or 2.
Which they probably are, so they probably have con drain as well, but, you know, they're alive at least.
We'll see. They might have been like 3rd level warriors. That's the NPC class.
Are we gonna do the others too?
Yep. So 10 minutes later, I complete my next reincarnate.
A half elf.
Yeah, that's pretty close to a human.
half human anyway.
And then 10 minutes later, I complete my next reincarnate.
An elf.
And 10 minutes later, I complete my next one.
I'm guessing Father
I feel like-
Xantus is probably trying to, like, guide them through this change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing
I
this
don't
at
really
the
know
church.
these people, but I'm the one in the party who is capable of this.
He's a human!
Oh, he came back as himself.
Yes.
Or actually, no, a
Hey!
different human.
Well,
Yeah,
slightly
he came
different
back as a
looking
different
human.
human.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one. Ooh.
You got yourself an orc.
It's a high. Oh dear.
So all the men chose to return to their lives, and
Actually, you know what? Orc is like actually one of the best ones because he gets all of the physical increases, but none of the mental drawback.
Yeah, I know.
So this dude's like a smart orc.
smart orc.
Unless he wasn't very smart to begin with.
That's fair. But they all do thank you guys once they find out that you were the reason why they are back alive. They will tell their tale about going down there after the howls and meeting the strange Glibbler man who asked you guys very similar questions. But they were instructed to not respond, and basically he sicked all the hounds on them and watched, and that was the last of their memories.
Well, I tell him that this terrible fiend is now dead. You've been avenged, and we thank you for your service to the town and then keeping it safe.
Most of the men express concern about their, new weak or strange form, but they do express thank you, and you can always count on Henrik the hero of Sandpoint and his
Yay.
new allies.
We should try to fix their cons or their negative levels at some point.
Father
But
Xantus says
another
that
time.
they can probably rest here, and he has some new clergy that are learning, and it would be good practice for them.
Oh, good.
Drain doesn't.
Well, of course, he's gonna take care of the drain part, but they're going to learn and stuff like that.
Awesome.
We did some of the hard parts? I don't know. It might be more expensive to get rid of the negative levels than it is to reincarnate. I don't know.
Well, the negative levels are the
But
tougher ones to
anyway,
get rid of.
we
The
got them.
con drain isn't
We
that
got
hard.
them to the life part of
This is
the
true.
problem of death.
And you didn't even have
Yeah.
to do that, so.
Hooray.
I'm good. And these are Henrik's buddies. And Henrik's my buddy.
That's right.
Aw man, Bugbear would have been so fun.
In truth, that's the best one.
It is, +4 and 2 and 2.
You just
Didn't
look like
Sir Durium's paladin have some way to turn himself into a bugbear?
Yeah, it did.
Weird.
I can't remember what he took, but He was a rather selfish paladin. Much,
Ugh, that's no bueno.
yeah. My character, like, almost, I don't know, died a couple of times because of it.
He shouldn't have actually been able to be a paladin.
Pluto clued me in that it wasn't that big of a deal, but I think it was really irking the crap out of Dake, and that started irking the crap out of me. But it really bothered the crap out of Dake the most. But after Pluto explained to me that like everything we do in this game is going to matter later, I kind of settled down and I was like, okay. Oh well. Some people shouldn't play paladins, and brand new players are some of those people.
Yeah, sometimes it works out fine.
I guess it's just I don't know. Like in my eyes, that paladin should have
Zerdurium should
fallen a
not
long
play a
time ago.
paladin.
Yeah, quote unquote Zerdurium. That's fair. Okay, so it's midday maybe because you guys spend some time doing that, or still maybe like noon now.
I have burnt up my entire arsenal of 6th level spells and my entire arsenal of 4th level spells.
Well, maybe we should rest again.
Perhaps we should use the quill again.
Ooh.
Perhaps somebody else should ask it something.
Consult the quill.
I have to think about what Nizza would want to ask the quill.
And did Henrik tell Amara about the statue of Alazinus below
I mean, I'd
Sandpoint
mention
in
it.
the catacombs?
Although now I'm thinking more on like what Abysm said. Like maybe we do have to go to this lake, and that's like where we're gonna find the keys in these stone faces or whatever.
Right, but each of the Runelords holds the specific spell / prayer for part of the key.
I suppose. But yeah, I mean that statue of Erasmus is down in that that place under sample. We passed it.
Yeah, you guys passed by it, so you would have seen it. I don't know if you guys talked about it because you were absent during that session, but you would have seen the ruby marble statue of Elasnus missing the weapon. Not that you knew there was a weapon in its hand, but it looked like it was holding something, perhaps.
Did we explore the rest of the catacombs? Is that how we got down to
Correct.
the Scribbler?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nothing else down there?
Correct.
Huh, okay. Well, I'm stumped. Your guys' turn.
Who's gonna use the quill?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like what Nizza would want to ask. I keep thinking it would probably be something that, like, I probably should be the last one when we've asked all the important questions, because Nizza's probably going to ask something really dumb.
I need like thinking music for the stream when you guys are all quiet in thought.
Yeah.
I should turn on Jeopardy,
Jeopardy
music.
music,
Yeah, there
baby.
you go.
Well, Nizzle is going to say that he wants to ask the Quill what he should get his wife for a present.
Well, there you go. To make up for all this absence.
Yeah.
Maybe something about the offered spells and proper prayer. We don't know where to get that.
That'd probably be a good thing to ask.
That might be something, I mean, we could ask it now, barring any other questions. But once we get to the stones, there may be further clues and need to do there that
Yeah.
might be able to give us more focused questions to ask.
Maybe we should use it to like narrow down like our course of action here. Maybe like something along the lines of like, do we go here? Not exactly that, but something.
Why do I still randomly get shit from Photobucket? Like, why does Photobucket email me? Apparently it goes to my Yahoo email address. Weird. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I just randomly checked my email.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, it doesn't matter too much which one we ask because we can ask again tomorrow.
Unless shit starts happening.
I don't know, I mean like we don't know if we're gonna get information when we go there. Maybe we're supposed to
No,
use
I
the quill
agree.
to figure out what the offered spell and proper prayer is.
But that's something we can do when we're there, right? Because we still have the option of teleporting back. I just mean that we might get more information that will help guide our further questions. I'm not saying we can't
Yeah.
ask it right now, just that we might have better questions when we get there.
But we're not going today anyway, right? So we might as well just ask that now. Otherwise, Nizzo's gonna ask about what he should get his wife for a present.
Do we even know where this mirror place is? Like, how do we get there?
Greater teleport.
What was it? Knowledge geography. Where was this place?
You're not familiar with the name Steaming Mirror.
Well, maybe we
Well-
should ask it that.
Sure, yeah, that sounds fine.
I thought we knew that was a lake.
Yeah, you just don't know.
I recall
I mean,
somebody said it was
you're
a lake.
guessing, or something informed you that Steaming Mirror is probably a lake. But in your guys' geography, you are not familiar with anything, or
Okay.
none of
Perhaps
you guys
we could
call it
ask
that.
where the steaming mirror is.
Yeah, that sounds like a great question.
Okay.
I'll ask with the quill. Where? Or let's see. How do I word it?
Divination has to be a course of action.
I ask it. Wait, what do you mean a course of action? Because I could ask it where this thing is, right?
A useful piece of advice in reply to a question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity that is to occur within 1 week. So I guess that would be a specific goal. How do we get to the
Yeah.
mirror?
Okay. So I'm gonna ask it. Yeah. How do we get to uh, what some call the steaming mirror, the Runeforge gate?
Okay.
Watch it just tell you teleport there.
Yeah. See, that's why I wanted to ask it where it is. But yeah, it could just say teleport there or walk there.
Yeah. take a boat.
Yeah,
But
but
I
it
don't
does
know.
say a useful piece of advice.
Right.
I don't know if this spell, if the art, it's an artifact. I know divination has a chance of failing, but I don't know if the artifact.
Well, what's the cash level of the thing here? Let me find it.
Probably.
It's probably
It's
20.
20. I think it has a 90% chance of success.
Yeah,
Unless
so
it's
it's a
an
90%
artifact and
chance of success.
overwrites that.
But again, because it's an artifact, yeah, that's right. It might
Oh yeah, but just overwrite
use
it.
different rules.
Also, you probably wouldn't know necessarily if it fails, right? Or does it
If the
just not
die
do
roll
anything if it
fails, you
fails?
know the spell failed.
Oh, okay. That's good at least.
Unless specific magic yielding false information is at work.
Okay, this isn't very cryptic, but it's it's the best I can do.
That sounds like a notable landmark.
Yeah, knowledge geography.
All right. Yes, Henrik. Now you know. There is a place called Rimskull. It is known to be in the Kodar Mountains, and this one specific mountain called Rimskull gains its fearsome name from a vaguely skull-shaped formation near the mountain's peak that you can usually see on a clear day.
Okay.
And you also know that up there is a lake called Stormunder.
Okay. I tell them that we're gonna be heading to the Kodar Mountains. There's a lake there called Storminder. Oh, Rhyme Skull.
Rhyme, rim, yeah, whatever.